Yo, what's happening, folks?
What's going
What's
on?
going on with y'all? We're back. I'd like to welcome you back to another awesome, good, wholesome episode of Automatic Kings. I am, of course, yours truly, Adrian King,
I'm Aaron Thompson.
and we would like to welcome you back. For those of you who've been following us, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for everything that you've done to just help keep up with us. And then some of y'all who've been kind of wanting to keep us in check about not doing our videos and stuff. Time gets in the way of things here and there, but we still want to make a commitment to you guys. So whenever you see our faces, just know it's time for Automatic Kings. So today, my bro Aaron here has had a topic that he wanted us to discuss with y'all that's been burning in his heart for a long time, and I told him I agree when he told me what this topic was. My boy AT, you want to lead him in?
Yes. How we doing out there, folks? So, I had a lot been weighing on my heart, on my mind, and let me just get into it. Let me read you guys a little bit of something. Our topic today is going to be how can we disclose personal information to someone we deem a doctor/counselor, someone known to help, but not only it says, but not really trust our own, but not really trust our own brothers or close friends we can't even talk to, the very ones we trust and perhaps been through the same thing. We never turn to them for help. So basically, we can go to a counselor, we can go to a doctor, we can tell them all our problems, and we can't even go to the ones we deem as our best friends, our brothers, our sisters, family.
No.
Someone who we trust and has been through the same thing as us. But yet we'll go to someone who we barely even know and pour our hearts out to them. Now, why is that? Now I ask you, my brother,
You
AJ.
asked me.
Yes. Now why? Let's we're gonna get this going, Jack. We're gonna get some information, some vital information.
I mean, there's a lot of things you really want to think about it, but I would say that the main reason is, well, it kind of ties into two things. It's two things in one. I would say that it's because of the fact that, for one, they don't want people knowing all their business. It's
Right.
not their business. Whatever that's going on with them, that's not for them to discuss. They don't need to know. And then the other part to it is, I don't want them to think I'm crazy. But the truth of the matter is, I mean, no matter how you look at it, folks, I mean, we're all crazy in our own freaking way.
Yeah.
We're all crazy. And for those of you who say, "Oh, I'm not crazy,"
Everybody's crazy.
everybody's crazy. How many times have you had to go off on somebody about something stupid?
Shit, just
That's crazy.
living in this world.
Like you get caught up in the moment and you think, without thinking, or you act without thinking. People are responsible for how they act, regardless of how they feel. And so for me, I always want to be able to talk to someone close about issues that I go through. I talk to this dude all the time about my issues when I'm going through. Why? That's my brother. One, that's one. Two, he's my best friend. We've known each other for so long. Why would I want to hold anything back from him? You feel me?
Yeah.
This right here, I can talk to him. I got other friends I can talk to about my issues as well. And it helps me because, if I don't have anyone to talk to, I will lose my mind.
Right.
And maybe the other part to it is, well, I can't afford a therapist, and why the hell do I even want to talk to a therapist when I can talk to other people who know my craziness, who actually know what I go through?
Yeah. Who have been there way longer than the doctor has been. Way longer. I mean, physically in their lives.
Like, for me, talking is therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Sometimes I talk a little too much.
But hey, it I would say it gets rid of the problem.
It does.
You feel a lot better when you talk and you just keep going and you're on and going. You're pouring your heart out, basically.
Oh man, yeah.
So after that, you kind of feel level-headed then.
Yep.
You feel good then after that. That's what I would
Yep.
Me personally.
Like it feels good to be able to pour out your heart because you're letting that person know how you feel. It could be either directed towards that person or it could just be in general about how you feel. You know, but as long as you let someone know how you feel, what's going on with you, with a level of tactfulness. I mean, not try to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. You know, I mean, we all could work on that because sometimes we lose patience within ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and we feel like there's a need to just kind of go off and snap off on somebody, and you know, that's not good either. You know, I've had those moments. You know, I can admit that I've had those moments. You know, and I've messed up, you know, relationships and friendships because of certain things I've said, because of how I acted. When I thought back on it, it's like, dang, man. And then I end up on talking to this, like, yo, so check this out. This is what went down.
Right.
Guess what me and so was talking about? This is what happened. And it's, well, a lot of times. But same thing with him. He tells me about things that goes on within his family or his own personal life as well. So it's like we understand.
Yeah.
You know, we give each other advice. You know, we'll even pull each other's coattails. It's all about being able to give and take constructive criticism. And if you don't know how to do that, guess what? You're lost.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're gonna be lost. And you know, those of you that are watching, like with the selfish mindness, with the selfish mind of, oh well, like that's just who I am. It goes more than just who you are. So you want people to accept you for who you are. So you want people to think that it's okay for you to be an asshole.
Well, see, a lot of people are living lies. That's what I believe. They sit up there and perpetrate like ain't shit going on. But the moment you do something, it's, oh, look at him. Oh. It's like,
and we got people like that in our lives every day.
And the question is, it's like, are we that dysfunctional where we can't even trust the ones we would die for? That's another thing. How do we start these conversations without people thinking the worst of it?
Yep. Oh, I don't need anyone to try to die for me. But.
That's lame to me.
That's lame.
That's
like,
so lame.
I don't know. Like, and people will think, oh, so basically, so like, and no, it's not to the point of if someone were to jump off a bridge, would you too? No. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about how much you are willing to ride for someone, how much you're willing to die for that person, because you know that no matter what happens, you're going to be there for that person. That person's going to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks lose sight of that because they get caught up in their own emotions. You know, they get caught up in their own feelings and they don't know how to channel it, you know, and they think that someone else ain't paying attention to what they're trying to say. When in reality, I mean, like, you know, there might be something else you just need to hear instead of being told what you want to hear.
Yeah.
If people, you know, for those who know me well, I'm looking right at you. For those who know me well, includes this dude here, I don't sugarcoat anything. I give it to you straight. I give it to you raw. I tell you like it is, whether you like it or not, because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you the truth about what's going on with me. I'm going to tell you the truth of what's going on in my head.
And that's good, though. That's good. You want somebody to be truthful with you, you know, because if a person can't understand that and respect that, then they was never your friend from the get-go. They was never your family.
Nope.
I don't care whatever you call them. They was never that. If they can't respect what you said to them, or vice versa.
Yep. But yeah, you willing to pay $75+ to go see a therapist?
Yeah.
You know, like, homie, first of all, that's too much damn money to go see somebody that you barely know to try to talk about your issues. You know, if we're talking about therapists, not psychologists, there's a difference, because you go to a psychologist, they're going to try to prescribe you some medicine. No, we're talking about an actual therapist where they sit there and they hear all your problems and they have to soak all that shit in. You know, to go home and shoot. Therapists need therapists. It's a vicious cycle.
What happens when the help needs help?
For real. You gotta have an outlet. You gotta have people you can talk to. And the other part, you gotta be able to trust yourself, not the other person, but you gotta trust yourself enough to be open. and there are those types of relationships where, you know, one person will trust the other, you know, will trust themselves enough to confide in that other person, but the other person can't trust themselves enough to confide in their significant other or their best friend or whatever. And it causes rift, it causes friction, and then you get mad at them for being mad at you for not opening up. You know, it's like, well, then open your mouth and freaking talk, man.
Oh, that's when they say, you know, you gotta be true to self.
Yep.
You have to be true to self.
Or as the great or to quote the great Shakespeare, one of my favorite writers, by the way, to thine own self be true.
Yeah. You got to, because how can you be truthful with anyone else and you ain't even true to yourself?
High five.
You know what I'm saying, man? How does that even work?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It can't.
It can't work. It can't work out that way.
You're never going to be truthful with anyone if you're not truthful to yourself.
So understand that, folks.
You have to. You have to know that.
Yep.
You have to know that.
Yep. You got to understand that. If you don't understand that, then you're going to be stuck with where you are. And if you're okay with being stuck with where you are, then
stay away from me.
He took the words right out my mouth.
Stay away from me,
because I ain't gonna reach.
Because if
you can do so much reaching, and then I can reach out my hand as many times as possible, and you decide you're gonna slap my hand away every time I reach out my hand to you, even if I did something to hurt you, and I'm still coming at you like, hey, listen, I know I did wrong. I apologize. Let's sit down and talk about it. But you don't want to be at that moment. You want to be somewhere else talking about, oh, my feelings. Well, shoot. Feelings go both ways, and if you want someone to always be trying to adhere to your feelings all the time without even taking the time to recognize and appreciate and to acknowledge that other person's feelings, well, guess what? You got to disconnect. You have a major disconnect, and to get rid of that disconnect, either you're gonna have to work on that to connect again, or just say, you know what, this is a lost cause, gotta walk away. However you choose to do that, that's up on you. That's basically how that goes. However you choose to do things, that is up to you.
Basically, what you're saying is, it's like
I went off. I had to for a second. I had to get it out because it's all true.
So what we're thinking is that people don't trust themselves, so they can't trust anyone else to tell their problems to, right?
Oh,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
And a lot of people feel like other people are judgmental. But see, that goes back to knowing a person, being truthful to one another.
You gotta know.
You gotta have some trust. Aren't relationships based on trust?
You can't have any type of relationship with anybody and not trust them. You can't have any type of relationship with anybody and still hold a grudge against them. Nah. You can't have any sort of relationship with anybody and still have ill feelings toward them. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
So that's where people themselves need to just separate. Give time to cool off, give time to chill. Find other people that you can talk to instead of trying to hold in all that stuff. Because you keep holding things in, you keep acting a certain way, you keep doing things where it's gonna be like, it's gonna eat you up inside. Oh, no. All that pain, and you're holding on to what? Something that happened.
Energy. And
if it ain't gonna matter 5 years from now, if it ain't gonna, hold up, wait. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's bring it back a little bit. If it ain't gonna happen a year from now, there we go. If it ain't gonna happen a year from now, then why fester on it? Because you're still hurt and you don't know how. Because I expected more from you. Guess what? I've been burned. I've been screwed over. I've been hurt time and time again. But you don't see me acting that way. Yes, I understand. We're two completely different people. However, we can be different in whatever way we are, because we're two different people.
Right.
But at the same time, we give each other the same amount of respect.
You have to.
That's all of what that is. You got to give each other the same amount of respect. We can be two different people, and I'm not expecting for us to be the same. What I would expect is for us to have the same amount of respect and the same amount of love for each other. I find that as I get older, I require consistency and I require reciprocation.
Okay.
If I ain't getting that from you, if I'm giving you that and I ain't getting it from you, guess what? I'm gonna pull your coattail on it. I'm gonna let you know where I feel like you slipping, not to tell you that you're doing anything wrong, but to tell you where you're slipping and where I feel like you might need to step up. And if you feel like me telling you where you need to step up is too much, guess what? We could back up. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't say anything.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's what people are missing the whole point. Maybe people are missing that whole point.
If I'm trusting myself to confide in you to let you know where you slipping and where I feel like
you should be able to do it back.
Yep, thank you. Give to me what I give to you. And a lot of people don't understand that concept. What do you mean give to me what I give to you? What do you mean? Just those exact words.
And you can't have a true relationship with someone, a true friendship with someone, if you're willing to, fork over some vital information and they're not willing to do the same thing. That's weird to me. That's fucking weird. That we're really not as close as you say we are.
Yep.
Or as people claim to say we are. Whoever.
Yep. Exactly.
We're not that good of friends, or whatever it is, whatever relationship you are in, boyfriend, girlfriend, just homies, whatever.
Don't matter. Families, families. Co-workers.
Yes,
it don't matter.
People have to be more real with themselves, in touch with self.
Closed minds don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. No. Closed souls don't get fed.
The heart.
A closed you will never get fed.
Yeah,
you will never be fed. You keep just holding yourself in. And it ain't nothing to be negative about it. I remember I've been told, "Oh, that's negative. Why you got to be so negative?" I'm not being negative. I just don't like how the way things are being done.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't like how things are being done, that's not being negative. That's being critical. That's showing some criticism about something that I don't like. So either you would respect me enough to try to change those things, or you would just say, "Well, fuck it. He's telling me I'm fucking up anyway, so I might as well keep fucking up." So if that's the mentality you want to keep going with, then hey.
So do you believe that this is something that has been passed down from generation to generation? While we can't trust, does this come from a deeper, maybe more darker place?
It just, you know what? It just might.
Or is it just that's just how we're programmed as humans, or does this come from a certain place?
I think it's probably something that's passed down, like because you think about it though, when you have kids and families and stuff, and or there are children within families that are growing up watching these types of behaviors towards each other, they're going to be growing up thinking that that's the way it is too. You have to have a different light on what you bring to the table, because no matter how it is you do something, someone is always going to be watching. I mean, I don't really, for me personally, I don't really care about my image like that, because everyone knows at the end of the day, it's me. I wake up by myself. I go to bed by myself. Every single freaking night. I ain't got no honey to wake up to, but oh, good morning, baby, blah 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 blah. I ain't got that. All right, and I'm keeping it 100. I ain't got that. I go to bed by myself every freaking night. I wake up by myself every freaking night. And you know what? I gotta understand and realize for myself. Okay, the type of day that I have today will be based on how I feel, but how I act with that day goes hand in hand too.
Yeah.
Am I still going to wake up and greet each other, greet other people with respect, with love, with kindness, even though I may feel like I woke up on the wrong side of bed? Am I going to take my frustration out on other people just because I'm not feeling well?
So this has just been passed down.
It's been passed down.
I believe so too, man.
Because I've seen it in my family.
Golly.
I still see it in my family today.
Man, I mean, everything is passed down. I mean, that's why.
It's unfortunate.
I've always told myself, and I told my wife, I say, you know what? I'm gonna allow my son to pursue whatever it is that he wants to pursue in life. Whatever, as far as sports, education,
whatever he wants,
religion.
Like, I mean,
he's gonna be able to do it his way, because I'm not going to put another fucking robot into this world.
Nope, there are too many of us robots out here, folks.
And that's another story. But
for another day.
Yeah, for another day. But that just goes along with what we're talking about.
Yep, exactly. We just want you guys to kind of understand and hear where we're at. When we bring certain topics like these to the table for you, it's not for us to vent anything towards you. It's not for us to rant. It's just for us to help share understanding.
Yeah, and to get you to think.
Just think
a little bit.
Like we don't know everything.
Nope.
And it's funny when people say, "Oh, well, when people are like, oh, you think you know everything, don't you?" It's like, no, I don't think I know everything. Or well, since you know everything, like, what the hell? What? Like that's a type of that. I hate to say it, I'm not a violent person, but hearing something like that always makes me want to slap somebody.
Yeah.
Like, No, I don't know everything.
No, we don't. But,
you know,
life is the best teacher.
You know, exactly. We need to get our lessons from life. We need to get our lessons from other people. You know, as I said, you may never know what the other person is going through, so don't even try to take your time to judge that person. You know, like I may not know you for anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, this person blah 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 blah. You know, I'm just gonna carry on about my business.
Right.
You know, like I only act in a way that other people treat me. You know, I live by that golden rule. You know, that golden rule: do unto others as you will have others do unto you. Yeah. I actually live by that golden rule. So you're gonna come at me snabby, guess what? You know, I'm going to return that favor to you. Yeah. You know, but I'm gonna do it a little kinder. Like,
yeah.
Hey,
but I'm gonna bounce that bad energy back to you because I don't want that over here.
Yep.
I don't want all that.
Yep. Or you know, I'll just, you know, depending on who it is, if I'm really not liking your energy, I'm gonna give it back to you hardcore. Like, hey, excuse me, you
can have that.
All right, what's up? I don't want that. Like, you can take that. You can take that somewhere else. You know, like you can go somewhere else with that. You know, so you gotta think, folks. You gotta trust yourselves first.
Yes.
You got it. It all starts with you.
I agree.
In order for you to open up and talk to somebody else.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what you're feeling. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter, you know, like what's going on within your feelings, your emotions, or all of that. You just need to focus on, hey, how can I help myself? How can I get myself to get back to where I'm at? You know, what kind of outlet can I use without always having to go to a therapist and spending money that I don't have? Yeah. You know, like, who can I talk to? Is there a friend, you know, and without you thinking, oh, well, this person's going to turn down what I'm saying anyway. No, because it's not always like that. I'm here to have a listening ear. But if I also feel as if that you coming at me with some straight attack, stuff or some, you know, hey, no, I'm not gonna want to hear what it is you got to say. I'll counterattack. And then we get this argument going on. Is like, okay, we're arguing for what? Because of how two different people are feeling and having a complete disconnect. That's why I don't do relationships, people.
Now you just got to be able to trust yourself. You got
to trust yourself.
Before you trust anyone else.
For real.
And they got to be feeling the same way too.
Yep, exactly.
Or else it's just not going to work, and it's always just going to feel there's going to be an imbalance there. Yep. You know, because you're feeling one way, and another person is feeling another way,
and there's a major disconnect. And you know, I'm going to keep it real. I had to walk away from a friend, you know, temporarily because of that, because I felt like we were having, you know, a major disconnect. We found ourselves arguing more with each other than actually trying to love each other as friends. Yeah. And I just couldn't do it no more. I was just fed up with it all. I'm like, you know, because I saw myself becoming a much angrier person. See, I don't have a problem talking about this stuff with people, you know, without someone else thinking, oh, you're telling all my business. First of all, I don't care about that. If you worried about what people gonna say about you, then that's you. I'm talking about how I'm feeling. It was sharing with my brother how I'm feeling, sharing with the rest of you how I'm feeling. I'm just letting it be real. I'm just letting it be known, okay? I had to do that. I had to be like, you know, I'm becoming angrier as a person because we're having this disconnect. You know, and I feel like, you know, we're not giving each other what we want or need, you know, as friends or whatnot. So, you know, I gotta step back. I'm gonna disappear for a minute. It might do you a favor for me to just be gone for a while. It probably might do me a favor just so I can get some fresh air. Yeah. You know, like no offense, you know. And if you're watching, definitely no offense. It's, you know, like the love is there. No question, but you just got to keep rolling. I got to keep moving. I got things I got to take care of. You know, I'm trying to get my career off the ground, everything. I'm trying to get shit done, you know, and it's not going to work for me if I keep going back and forth and we fighting and bickering about dumb stuff. We can't just sit down and just talk like human beings and treat each other like the best friends we supposed to be. Like, there's no need for me to be around at the moment. Not right now. I'll holler at you later for sure. You know, I hope you're doing well. Like, you know, that's where it's at. See, this is called being real. This is called opening up. This is called confiding, not only within myself, but within other people to be able to discuss what's going on with me. You know, I don't care what people are going to have to say. I don't care about that because they're not me. Right. They're not me. So let's just keep that real for just a second, you know. So just understand that, folks. Understand that.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Another episode of Automatic Kings.
Yes.
Appreciate the love and support.
Always.
Place your comments down below.
Yep.
Get at us, please, dude. Please.
Yep.
Please share this video too.
Yes.
Share this video and just think about it. You know?
Think about it for sure. Now, the next topic, I'm gonna let this be known ahead of time, so that way we just don't be coming at y'all with a surprise. But we wanted to talk about this as well. But this other topic that my brother Aaron wanted to discuss was more important. But what we will talk about is what happened here in San Diego back on Sunday with the shooting over at the Crossroads Apartments near the UTC Mall in La Jolla. It was a very tragic event that took place. And sources say that it was racially motivated. But we were like, the next time we get together and link up and get with y'all, that's exactly what we'll be talking about. So stay tuned. You know, any questions, comments, or anything you may have, drop them below. You know, and we're gonna keep this rolling.
Yeah, blessings to the family. Hey, well, where there's peace,
there's always a blessing. Out.
Bye.